TT120 Eastern set has finally arrived. It says Hornby, Hurston via Thamesport, made in China. So how do we open this? The other way. Inside it's covered in bubble wrap. And we have the Eastern set. Now, it's beautifully illustrated. It says William Whitelaw. See on the back. And on the back there is the depiction of the train that's inside the box, and together with the track pieces you get. So, without further ado, let's get it undone. Quite difficult to get off. Inside there's a piece of white card. Turn this round the other way. Lift up the white card to reveal the train set inside. That completes the unboxing. As you can see, we've now got it set up on the ground. Let's get the logo out first of all. It's in this usual clamshell style packet. It's opened in the usual way. Let's get it down onto the track. Just carriages, we've got a saloon in LMS livery. Just another saloon which needs to be the same. And we've got a brake. So we'll put the brake on the end. So, next thing is to connect up the power. Now the moment of truth. We're going to turn the power controller for the first time. See what happens. And away we go. Seems to be working. Let's test it on the point. See no problem there. The tender has pickups on all the tender wheels, which is a good feature, but the pickups cause a certain amount of drag, so I'm going to just add a bit of lubrication. Here we get some Service Sol Super 10 and we just spray a small amount onto a cotton bud. It doesn't need very much at all. Here's the engine, we just put a little bit on the wheels. That's all there is to it. The wheels are quite dirty, so if you have running issues I recommend you give the wheels a clean. If you look at this, it's picked up a lot of dirt from the wheels. An issue I've noticed is that the bogies don't turn all that freely, and it's caused the wheel to bind a bit on the curves. But I don't think it's a very serious issue, but it's a point to bear in mind. It's not actually the loco that's making the noise, it is the carriages. There's a bit's fallen off my train. I don't know what that belongs to. This is the sort of thing that Sam Trains complains about. Note that this connector is the same type of connector that is used for 00 gauge. So if I pull that out, and you can see that it just connects to the 00 gauge track just the same. So I can't do it left-handed. But if you don't want to use the supplied controller, all you've got to do is just attach one of these connectors to a phono plug and then connect it up to your controller. Here I've got it connected to this controller here, which is a Hammond & Morgan Duet. How does the radius of Hornby TT120 track compare with the radius of Hornby 00 gauge track? There's an easy answer to that. Here's a piece of Hornby first radius track, and you can see that it is the same radius so if you're constructing a layout, you've more or less got to use about the same sort of space. I think in fact the radius of this track is actually slightly yes, about the same, isn't it? Yeah. How does Hornby TT120 track compare with Triang first radius track? And here we have some Triang track, and you can see that radius is a narrower radius, so it's a larger radius than Triang. How does Hornby TT120 compare with the old Triang TT? This is the old Triang TT. Here is a Triang TT carriage, and this is the Hornby TT120 for comparison purposes. You can see it is a little bit smaller, and here, how does that compare with N gauge? And this is the N gauge carriage. The thing to note about this is that the wheels on these don't turn very freely. On the bogies don't turn all that freely, and that causes the wheel binding issue. But on the old one, they can move quite freely. They're held in place by a nice, if you look, they're held in place by a nice screw. But here, there's a rather horrid plastic fitting, which isn't very good. What else? As to level of detail, I think it's really, you can't say that it does actually beat the old Triang, I don't think. There we are.